words have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the trending contracts. And today's contract, cleaning up the house, set in Sapienza. And the contract ID is up on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of Alt Eclipse. I'm not going to beat about the bush, this is going to be a big one. So on to our briefing. The house is dirty and you need to clean it permanently. Good luck. So as I said, this is going to be a big one. We have multiple targets. Luckily we can dispatch them any way we see fit whilst wearing whatever we wish, which is quite lucky. So for today's challenge, we will be starting at the ICA safe house. We're going to be bringing with us the Seeker 1 in a briefcase, a lethal syringe, our silenced pistol, and I have opted to bring with me the sedative bubblegum, but it is not necessary. So right from the start and off the bat, the first thing we're going to do is grab this kitchen knife right here. That's going to come in handy, I'm sure. We'll retrieve our Seeker 1 from the briefcase and retrieve our bubblegum, and then we're going to head off into the Caruso Villa. We're not going to bother with Rocco's outfit this time round, although we will be getting an outfit very shortly. So we're just going to drop our briefcase down and follow it into the Caruso Villa. And you might be wondering why I'm bringing an empty briefcase with me. You will see. So once we're on to the Caruso Villa, just below the kitchen, we find our first target. We're just going to shoot him quickly in the head and hide his body in the changing rooms, as this area is frequented by Rocco's sister. So we're going to take his outfit just so that we can move around a little bit easier. We're going to retrieve our empty briefcase, and as I said, this will come in handy a little bit later on as a melee and distraction item. So from our first target, we're going to make our way upstairs through the kitchen and into the big house on the left, where we will immediately encounter our next target. So we're just going to throw our briefcase just on the floor by the table there. That will get our target's attention, and when she comes to investigate, we're going to crouch down, pull out our silenced pistol and take a whole load of shots at the chandelier, because they tend not to fall after one shot. They can actually cost you your silent assassin. So it's easier to unload on the chandelier until it actually falls. It looks like we can't get our briefcase back. We've lost our melee weapon item. So there are a couple of our other targets. I'm just looking, is there anything nearby we can use? No, I do know where there are a couple of cans of expired spaghetti. So we're going to run back to the kitchen quickly and grab both of those. We do need a distraction / melee weapon item. So I've just noticed there's a fire extinguisher on the wall right there, so we could have grabbed that. Although the expired spaghetti cans are the better option. So with spaghetti cans in hand, we're going to go into the wash / storeroom here, open the door to the dining room, throw our spaghetti can at the wall. That should attract the attention of our target, as long as this guy doesn't show up first of all. Because we've had to go back for the spaghetti, it has kind of messed with our timing. This gentleman, as you saw, was not in the corridor earlier on, and wouldn't be if we'd had our briefcase. So we're just going to let him get a nice safe distance, and we'll open the door again and we'll try this a second time. So the young lady, our target, is actually moving away, but we did manage to catch her just within earshot. So we're going to retrieve the spaghetti there. We haven't finished with that by a long shot. and wait for the young lady to arrive before throwing the kitchen knife in her head. Just going to wait for that door to close as Silvio enters the dining room. So we're going to retrieve our knife once we've killed our target. We're then going to select our spaghetti, open the door to the corridor, throw our spaghetti into the room, and exit the room itself. Now this young lady will come to investigate the noise, and she will find our target on the floor, her colleague. So we're just going to quickly stop her from alerting anyone else and drag her into what I believe is the washroom. So 2 targets taken care of. Make sure you pick up your spaghetti can. We're now going to make our way around to the living room. I'm not sure what room you would call this. Let's call it the music room. There's a piano in here, that will do. So we're just going to hide behind the sofa, select our Seeker 1 and shoot our male target here in the back. He's going to get sick and he's going to come to this bathroom right here. He is coming, I promise. He's just taking his time about it. He's not feeling well, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But here he comes now. So once he gets into the bathroom, we can just follow him in, close the door, and we're going to drown him in the toilet. Notice that door didn't close for me. That is a recurring problem I have. I don't know if anyone else does. As I walk through the door and tell it to close behind me, it completely ignores me. So with our target now drowned in the toilet, we're going to return to the music room, and we're going to take our spaghetti can and throw it over underneath the chandelier on the far side of the room there. Now, as I mentioned, these chandeliers can be somewhat tricky. So we're just going to wait for our target to go over, and then we're going to try and shoot down the chandelier here. About there, and we've missed. Oh dear. We've also caused a bit of a panic. Now, luckily, we have another chandelier in the room, so we can just make our way out back round to the bathroom area. We'll just wait here for the panic to calm down. No one actually saw or heard anything too out of the ordinary, so everybody should go back to normal very quickly. All except for our target, who is somewhat frozen in a panicked state. Let's just wait her out. Hopefully she goes back to her usual routine, because where she is right now could be a major problem. She seems to be out of panic mode and in curiosity mode, and from there she's gone back to her usual routine. So we have one more chandelier in the room. Just going to let that guard go past the window. So we have one more shot at this before we'll just shoot her in the head and find somewhere to hide the body. So we're just going to throw one of our cans down on the floor there, move around back towards the door, and when our target goes to investigate, unleash a hail of bullets at the chandelier. So that one didn't work. Let's try a few more. Bad time for reloading, but we managed to get the target, probably only just in time. So all of our targets on the ground floor have now been dealt with. The eagle-eyed amongst you may have realized I did not collect up my spaghetti cans. I will have to return for them shortly. So up in the first floor corridor, this is where I realize I don't have my spaghetti. We have another target, but we need to remove 2 people out of the way first. So we can't get that one. Let's grab that one. So we're just going to make our way back upstairs, and we're just going to wait right here in the corner of the corridor until a patrolling guard comes along. Now we might actually have time to remove the other non-target in the area before he does, but so much has been going wrong for me, I want to play it safe. So when the guard comes along and starts heading down the corridor behind us, we can unleash him, our spaghetti onto him, and knock him out, put him in the crate he's next to. There is our target. So we're just going to open the doors, throw our spaghetti once again to get their attention. Now if our target comes along, we can just shoot him in the head. I expect him to send the non-target first. So we're just going to get him out of the way. This works out for us. So we're just going to launch our spaghetti at his head. Who would have thought expired spaghetti would be so useful? So with him out of the way, that just leaves our target. And again, I'm going to play things safe, and we're just going to launch the spaghetti at his head, and we're going to drop him over the balcony. And that would be the balcony behind us, because there's a young lady smoking a cigarette on the opposite balcony. So I'm just going to check the patrolling guard isn't around the area either, so we can safely throw our new friend here over the balcony for his first and last flying lesson. He will be immediately spotted. This time round we've not forgotten our spaghetti, and we can move on. So we're just going to head continuing on around the corner till we get to the young serving staff lady here. Now I was trying to knock her out quietly, as if you use your spaghetti on her in any way, you will attract the attention of your next target. It seems that the punch glitch hasn't attracted the target, so we can resume what we were doing. If you do attract the target, just shoot her in the head before she alerts anyone. She will come around the corner and be isolated. So there she is now. So here I'm going to use the optional objective of the sedative bubblegum, but as you can see, you can just throw your spaghetti against the wall to attract her attention. She has just moved away, so she is now out of earshot. I didn't notice that as I was playing, but I did notice it on the editing, and obviously when I threw the spaghetti and got no response. So we're just going to wait for our target to return, and when she does, we can then throw the spaghetti, make sure to pick it up again, and we're just going to wait around the corner here for our target to eat the bubblegum, although I am getting at this point rather impatient. So I'm going to use the kitchen knife for the kill once again. This is the point where I decide, why am I waiting? She's isolated. I don't need to wait for her to pass out. And if I'd hit her before she'd eaten the bubblegum, I would have got the bubblegum back as well. So we're just going to hide her in Caruso's mother's bedroom along with her colleague. We'll collect up the kitchen knife again before we leave, and we'll move on now to our next two targets, and they are around on the other side of the building here. So there are two of them right here. Now we're going to be a bit careful. One of them is an enforcer. That is the gentleman on the left there, who we have just attracted the attention of with the Hoover. So I was planning on coming over this way and throwing the knife at him, and then remembered that he is an enforcer. So we're just going to wait behind the table here for him to arrive. We want him to be away from that window before we attack.
No way.
So I'm going to throw my knife over in the corner over there, and we'll shoot him in the head. So off you go, mate. Go and investigate. Where are you going? You did hear that. Right, so we're just going to shoot him in the head before he gets back through the doors. As long as we don't do it while he's by that open window, no one should see us. So we're just going to dump him into the closet, or the crate provided, and then we're going to go to the open window, and using our Seeker 1 again, we're going to get rid of the non-target. As you can see, I did try to use the Hoover, but he's too far away for that, so we'll just make him sick. This may also have the added bonus of having the drowned target be found. So we've just made him sick. He will now vacate the area, leaving us alone with our target. Oh, another soda can this time. We'll have that. And the coins as well, you never know. So once the non-target has vacated the area, our target is about to sit down. That makes subduing her quietly a little bit difficult, so we'll throw the spaghetti at her head and then dump her over the ledge here for an accident fall kill. So that's all but one of our targets taken care of. We have one target remaining, so I'm just going to grab that spaghetti. We're going to need some sort of explosive. Fire extinguisher will be preferable. So we're just going to head down out of the Caruso Villa. We're actually going to head for the marina. Fire extinguisher. So we're just going to head straight out of the Caruso Villa and down to the beach area. We'll go the back way. I don't normally go this way, which is why I forgot to grab the key card. And our final target is in the Sanguine shop just down on the promenade here. So we need to get inside, and the doors are locked and there are bodyguards outside. So this will be probably the easiest way without a lockpick. So we're just going to place the fire extinguisher down by the door there, and using our last bullet in this clip, we're going to shoot the fire extinguisher, which will explode, which will open the door. Now, of course, that is going to cause a little bit of panic, so we're just going to make our way down the stairs and just wait things out for a few moments. We shouldn't have to wait very long, as everybody will go back to their usual routine rather quickly, as there's no evidence of any explosion. So it looks like the guards have already given up. Our target has already picked up his broom. So for this kill, we're going to use the lethal syringe, just so we don't have to worry about hiding the body. We'll just wait here for those guards to wander off. I don't know where the other guard's going. He's going through the other door. So that's all well and good. So all we've got to do now is jab our final target in the back while he's not looking, preferably, and also while no one else is. And down he goes like a sack of spuds. Rather slowly and very ungraceful. So that's all of our targets finally taken care of. It's been a long old slog getting through them all, but we made it in the end. All that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and the nearest safe exit will be the speedboat in the harbour. So there we go, one epic trending contract there taken care of. I will be keeping an eye out for more contracts from Alt Eclipse, as that was thoroughly enjoyable, having the extra targets there without too many stipulations and not too many targets as well. And we managed to do all of that and get a Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.